Hey everybody, it's Janice with Creating Through Chaos. I'm going to start this project off with this spindle that I had, and I am going to use my antique wax, and I am going to stain that spindle. And then wiped off the excess, and then I'm just going to dry brush some white on there. And I don't want it to fully cover the brown, so I'm really just dry brushing. And that's how it looks once I have it all painted. Next, I drew out a triangle on a piece of computer paper, and I cut that out. Then I'm going to lay that on my fabric. Now, this is 2 layers of fabric, and I'm going to trace that out. And then I'm going to cut that out. And I just love this fabric. I couldn't believe it was at Dollar Tree. Now, once I have that all cut out, I'm going to start gluing the 2 layers together. I'm going to glue the sides first, so either side of the triangle. I'm going to get that all glued, and I'm going to leave the bottom fully open. I'm just going to glue along the edges, make sure that I'm lining up my edges as I'm pulling them apart to glue them. And you want to make sure that they're fully glued and that there isn't any spots that, aren't attached. Making sure that that tip is glued. And there we go. Perfect. I just wanted to make sure that it's glued all together, because once we stuff it, could be an issue. So now I'm going to glue 1/2 of the bottom, and then I'm going to leave enough room to stuff it. So I'm going to stuff it with the fiberfill, and I want to make sure that this is stuffed really, really well. So I'm going to take a paintbrush and make sure that I push it up into the tip of the tree. And then I'm going to check all my seams to make sure that they're still attached. And I think I did a good job, so there we go. And as you can see, it's nice and full. I'm going to glue the other side, and I'm going to leave just the center open just a little bit to be able to get our spindle in there. Once I have that all glued, I'm going to put some glue on the end of the spindle. I'm just making sure I made a little bit of room in there for this to go in. Put some hot glue on the end of the spindle, and then I'm going to glue the fabric around the spindle and onto the spindle. I'm just going to put some glue in there and pinch it around the spindle. And there we go. How cute is this already? Next, I'm going to take some wood glue, and I'm going to put it in that little hole that I pre-drilled into the wood round. Then I'm going to add some hot glue. I just used a paintbrush to get the glue in there because the top of my wood glue is always covered in glue and never seems to be able to pour it out. Next, I'm going to put a little hot glue in there. Then I'm going to stand that right on top of that. And I'm going to hold it for a few minutes and let that hot glue do its job. And then in the long run, the wood glue will hold it. I'm going to take that little napkin ring, which totally looks like a wreath, right? And I'm going to wrap that Walmart ornament on the top, and I'm going to hot glue that into place. So I just took the ribbon from it and wrapped it around and then hot glued the ribbon to the back of the ornament, if that makes sense. And then we're going to glue that right onto the tree. So I figured out about where I wanted the placement on it. Made sure that my ornament was in the right place. As you can see, the glue on the back of that. And then I'm just going to add some glue around the ring for the napkin. And then I'm going to lay that right on the tree. Next, I'm going to take that little bow that I made, and I'm going to hot glue that right where the top meets and the ribbon is from the ornament, so you can't see that it's wrapped around. I took the end of a paintbrush and kind of fluffed up the loops. I'm going to add my little bell to the center. And I always trim off the back of the bell just because it seems to sit better when you do. So just use pair of wire cutters and just snipped off the back. And how cute is this? Next, I'm going to take some white paint and I'm going to paint the top half of my wood round. And I'm just going to do a quick coat, just enough to cover it a little bit. Nothing spectacular. You can let some of the wood show through. I just wanted to cover it a little bit so it kind of gives it a snow effect. Once I have the white paint on there, I'm going to take a little bit of Snow Tex and I'm going to add that on. And all Snow Tex is faux snow. I get it on Amazon, but you can make your own faux snow with paint and baking soda, however you want to do it or whatever you have on hand. I'm just going to dab a little bit onto the bottom and make that look like it snowed. And that is it. This project is finished. I think this turned out so super cute, and I absolutely love it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it inspires you to make one. And as always, don't forget to spread the chaos.